Is this thing on? Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Movies TV Mad Live. Smash the like button. Check out my poll. Are you excited for Final Crisis? 3 votes, 100%. Well done for voting. 4 votes now. What are we saying? Have you say? Is this thing on? The Academy versus Will Smith. David F. Sandberg is too afraid to make a Superman movie. I wonder why he said that. Ronnie Dodge. Hey, Mick. Good evening, Ronnie. The floor is yours. Let's start the conversation. Let's be respectful to each other, respectful to me, and I won't have to hide you from the chat. Trill J. Yo. Good evening, Trill J. How are you today? Yeah, I made this point earlier on Twitter, and I think it's kind of funny that all the Flash leaks are about Henry Cavill, but no one is leaking the cameos. Proves that these leaks are actually coming from the studio. Patrick Silver, hello from Chicago. Well, hi there, Patrick. How's it going? Ronnie Dodge, someone I spoke to before we see the Flash. Apparently, we need to see Man of Steel. Well, we know that Barry's treading into Man of Steel. We now have heard that Zod kills baby Kal-El, probably in the Flashpoint universe. Android 180XX. Hi, Mick. Give us a summary of what's going on. I will do. Villager. The Flash will be released and Cavill will stay. Trilogy. I think everyone just misses Superman, including me. Yes, we all miss Superman. David F. Sandberg, the director of Shazam and Shazam Fury of the Gods, has said he's too scared to make Superman because fans are too picky. I think the studio told him to say this. Imagine a studio too afraid to make a Superman movie in case they upset the fans. I used to work behind a deli counter. I used to be crap at cutting ham off the bone. Customers used to bitch at me, but I still used to have to cut it every single day. Ronnie Dodge, man, I can't wait to see Kara take on Zod. Yeah, bit of a mismatch though, isn't it? Jude the Fourth, I don't miss Superman, mate. So someone said, give us a summary of what's going on. There's been multiple Flash movie. There's been multiple Flash movie test screenings. Some stuff has leaked, of course, not about the cameos. Surprise, surprise, because it's the studio leaking all this. So we have heard that Henry Cavill was not seen in the test screenings. They're probably holding him back. Zod kills baby Kal-El. Kara is meant to replace Superman. Things like that. Final Crisis is teased. Final Crisis is teased by Batfleck at the end of the movie by sending an SOS to Barry, a.k.a. The Flash. Patrick Silver, Cavill still has the cape in his closet. Ronnie Dodge, yeah, but I think she won't kill him, so he will be back for the future and Faora. Yes, which is a good thing. Trill J, I don't know how you don't miss him. He's the leader of the Justice League. Ronnie Dodge, the only thing we know is Gal and Jason are in the movie. Trill J, Patrick, yeah. Android 180XX, you should do more vids outside, Mick. It's nice view you have. Thank you. Yeah, I did that. I did that so you lot could have a nice view today and see where I live. That I don't just live in some crummy room. And yes, I live in a very big property. And it's lovely. Here in Cyprus, I wanted to give you a bit of culture. Because I think you people are missing out on culture. So I thought I'd give you some. So yeah, I'm very excited about these Flash leaks. I'm not concerned about people not seeing Superman in the test screenings because they probably have not put the whole movie in there for people to see anyway. But the Final Crisis thing is exciting. Now, don't forget, right, Andrew, right, you did that, right. So let's not forget who teased Final Crisis months and months ago. Zack Snyder teased Final Crisis months ago. That means he's okay with this. And he's probably going to direct the Final Crisis movie. Ronnie Dodge, they probably kept the cameos out at the moment. Exactly. And that means they probably kept Superman out as well. Villager, I'm currently eating tuna. Lovely. Trill J, Mick, I remember you saying you were financially well off. You remind me of my father, both boss men who stand on their word. Patrick Silver, I'm not perfect, Trill J. I try my best. Patrick Silver, how was the meatballs from a couple of live streams ago? Beautiful, thank you. Ronnie Judge, Final Crisis was teased with Zack and Jim Lee. Exactly. I think Zack Snyder's involved. I think this is a way of Zack Snyder finishing his arc as well as introducing a brand new future for the DCEU. I think this is a really exciting thing. Philip Stevens, 45. Mick, do you think Zack had a different casting for Supergirl instead of Sasha Calle? I don't think he ever cast Supergirl. I actually starting to believe that Sasha is playing multiple versions of this character in different universes in the Flash movie. Patrick Silver. Also, Jim Lee also had a tease of a Final Crisis cover at months back. Yes, this is what he was hinting about. Trilogy, of course he did. Villager, right. I've been saying that WB are leaking this and that Flash wasn't postponed because of the VFX, but people are saying that the Flash was. People are basic. Nothing to do with VFX, because guess what? These multiple test screenings are full of VFX, right? VFX and music. VFX is there. Now, maybe they need to work on the VFX a bit more, for sure. But it shows you that they have been doing it. Ronnie George, if Cow is killed as a baby, I can see Kara will be very angry and pissed off. But the problem is, Ronnie, with these leaks, they don't have any context to them. So he could be killed as a baby in the Flashpoint universe, which means it doesn't affect the main universe. But I think he will be missing. He will be missing, and then they're going to unite Snyder's Justice League with the new Justice League in Final Crisis. This is the reason why he's missing. So it's not a big deal. Reno Jack, yo Mick, yo Reno Jack, Villager. So apparently the Flash was postponed because of VFX work, but why wasn't anyone mentioned that the test screening VFX was finished or not? There's VFX. Trill J, man, why kill him though? Just let him, it messed up. What Zack did for Superman. Well, Trill J, this is the thing. I think Zack's fine with this because he was teasing Final Crisis. Cavill will return when the Snyderverse Justice League returns to unite with this new Justice League in Final Crisis. I think Darkseid is the oncoming threat, which continues Zack's arc, wraps it up, and finishes it off. Patrick Silver, with the Justice League in Peacemaker, they will be part of the DCEU future still. Now we know why Batman wasn't there, because Batman is trapped in Snyder's pocket universe. Ronnie Judge, they still will unite Ben and Henry in Final Crisis. Yes, that's the point. This is what they're doing here. But I do believe Henry Cavill is in the Flash movie at the beginning of the movie. At the beginning, with the rest of the Justice League. So I'm not taking any notice of all these shit stirrers and scoopers. They're not giving us any context to these leaks purposely. Trojan, wait, is Peacemaker before or after the Flash? I think it may be set after the Flash. I think everything we're seeing this year and next year, pre the Flash, is set after the Flash. Reno Jack. Ben should be good to go as Batman again now that he's bagged JLO again. Ronnie Dodge, Batgirl wraps today. Yes, she's wrapped today. We should be getting more information about her soon. Red Panda, hey Mick, do you think villains like Reverse Flash or Zoom will appear in the next Flash movies? That's something else. There are huge rumors that they've already greenlit a Justice League 2. Very interesting. Android 118XX. What would be great if we have the Crisis movies after Zack's JL2 and 3, because we know Batman mostly likely dies in JL3. They could use Crisis to bring back Batman or new Batman with Cavill soups. But Final Crisis could be the olive branch to be instead of JL2 and 3. Jude the Fourth. I'm so hyped for The Flash, the best DC character finally getting his shine. Villager, Ben and JLO are PR. Trilogy. Honestly, they should have just dropped it this year. It helps get your Final Crisis story better and more forward. No. I mean, listen, if they rush a film out, it doesn't make the other thing better, does it? Now, I'm as frustrated as anyone else, but hopefully we get this film eventually, yes. I still don't know why they delayed the movie. I still hope we can get some clarity about that, because it wasn't well handled, and there's no question about that. Ronnie Dodge, Final Crisis would be perfect to finish Zack and to see Ray back as Darkseid. Yes, that would be great. Ray Porter, yeah. I think seeing Zack tease this even before Jim Lee did, Zack's fine with this. This will finish things off. And we're being told that Final Crisis wouldn't happen for about 3 or 5 years. This gives, well, it will take this long to develop it, of course, probably around 3 years' time. Zack will be finished Rebel Moon, would have finished Rebel Moon by then. And this is perfect timing. So I'm definitely kind of on board with this. Hashling, me, yo, Mike, yo, Hashling, me. Android 118XX. Do you think WB is trying to bait people with these leaks? Yes, they are. And as I say, they're only focusing on Henry Cavill. This means Henry is actually in the movie, and they're on a little Ronnie Dodge, yeah, as Batfleck tries to contact Barry in a post-credits scene, yes. So this is the big tease. If you remember, I predicted this, that at the end of the movie, Batfleck would be trapped somewhere, he would have vanished, and this is just working out kind of how I thought it would. I didn't think they were going to kill him. I said this would be Barry's mission to find Batfleck, and this is what they're doing. So, in fact, this is going along how I thought it would. Ronnie Dodge, maybe Final Crisis, Keaton's Batman dies. Maybe. He, of course, could die in Batgirl, Ronnie. Maybe there's multiple variants of Keaton's Batman. Reno Jack, were there any differences in the screening testing version of the Batman that you saw compared to the theatrical version? This and that, not much. Red Panda, Final Crisis is too early for now, from my point of view. I don't know, man. Maybe I just want to see more movies with Justice League. Want Snyder to work on these movies for 7 or 8 years. My ultimate dream, yeah, but he's not going to work on these movies for 7 or 8 years. That was never going to be the case anyway, Red Panda. Ronnie Dodge, what are you talking about, Villager? Jude the Fourth, if there was a Batman that was to get killed off, Affleck's Batman makes the most sense. He's a tortured creature, and plus, this is what we were told was going to happen anyway. Trill J, anyone else don't feel this all of though? Why not just let Snyder finish and then Final Crisis? I mean, man, you still need the Justice League, and I love her, but Sylvia doesn't need to replace Soups. No, she doesn't, but I think for now, this is what's going to happen. I think Final Crisis will wrap everything up. Then we'll start with the new people. I think eventually they will introduce a Superman. Of course, all this has to be greenlit by Zaslav and Discovery first. Villager Mick has said that Flash probably won't be released, but that doesn't make sense because a lot of money went into this movie and they won't just throw it away. You wouldn't imagine they would throw it away, would you? They spent a lot of money on Zack's theatrical cut of his Justice League, and they were willing to throw that away. Trill J, Red Panda, have to remember, in the end, those folks were always going to mess over whoever took over because they think they are smarter than they are. But you've got to remember with leaks and scoopers, everything you find out is out of context, so we just don't know. But I think I've put together what's going on, and that's why I'm not really concerned at this point. I mean, it's still a movie that's been written by a person who hasn't got a good record at writing these movies. FWB and Toby Emmerich, Villager. Red Panda. So after Batman dies, the DC of Batman will be Robert Pattinson's because Keaton will be too old after the Final Crisis to play Batman. I don't think that Rob Pattinson's Batman is anything to do with any of this. He's just going to be in his own universe. Roddy Dodge, I think after The Flash will build up Kara and Clark to have an emotional reunion in Crisis. That's what I think. Villager, the propaganda merchants want to die on the hill that Cavill is gone, but I refuse to believe that. It just doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. And I've put that together. We will see him eventually. Trill J, man, like, what the fuck? I just want Superman to finish his arc. You don't need to put him to the side for 5 years. It's too long. No, listen. I mean, it's what I said about David F. Sandberg saying he's too afraid to make a Superman movie because of the response from fans. You know, if you're too afraid as a studio to deal with Superman, you really shouldn't be in your jobs. It's as simple as that. And they're an embarrassment. They're an embarrassment. There's no question about that. Give me Superman. I'll show you how it's done. Villager, I don't think David was told to say that. I just think he answered someone's question. Well, if he did just answer someone's question, it was a dumb thing to say because he just seems like a coward. Let's blame the fans because we're too scared to make a Superman movie. Pathetic. Reno Jack, who would you cast for Batman if Affleck was gone, assuming they don't go forward with just Keaton? Oh, well, that could be anyone. As I always say, I want unknowns to play these characters. Villager, maybe he isn't confident enough in his skills. Jude the Fourth, Cavill is gone. Have to get on board. He's not that big of a star to request full control. Just take what Cavill is going to get on board. He's not that big of a star to request full control. Just take what they can give you. Henry, and then demand more for Man of Steel 3. Trill J at Mick. I actually think you could do a good Superman. Yeah, so do I. Thank you. Android 118 XX. The idea of Cavill's Superman dying as a baby and Supergirl being the main suits is not a bad idea if it's alternate reality and can be realistic as long as they don't make it the main timeline. I don't think it is the main timeline. Hashling, me. The Batman is supposed to be self-contained, as Matt always said. Yes. Red Panda. So I think until Snyder makes Final Crisis, maybe some other directors should make at least a Superman movie and maybe a Trinity one. Yeah, we'll see what they're planning. Trill J, I personally would get somebody unknown of Pattinson for Batman, personally in the DCEU, but honestly, no one will top Rob right now. Well, we've got a young Batman in that universe now. Smash the like button. Check out my poll. 14 votes. Are you excited for Final Crisis? Yes. 79%. No. 21%. As I said on my video today, nothing gets leaked unless a studio leaks it. It's not possible. Trilogy, I personally would get some. Oh, no, right. Villager. Trill Red Panda, if Discovery doesn't take over, they won't do it because they want control. Well, Discovery are taking over, aren't they? So, Ronnie George, well, the 21% who said no is their loss. Villager, I mean, do people actually believe that studios see leaks and are hopeless against it? No, they are behind a lot of them. They're behind all of them, Villager. They're behind all of them, and you don't leak stuff. No one leaks stuff. All the stuff we found out about the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder leaked. Reno Jack, Trill J, do you mean Kevin Porter when you said Bat in the Sun. He's a great take on a bigger, slightly older Bat. Android 118XX. Which interactions between the characters would you like to see in the Crisis movies? Well, very looking forward to maybe Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck, Wonder Woman and Supergirl. Sasha Calle and Gal Gadot have been getting on great guns in real life. But there's lots of interactions that will be exciting. And I think this final Crisis also involves the Arrowverse characters as well. Villager, Shazam and Wonder Woman should hook up. Oh no. Oh no. Superman and Wonder Woman, yeah. That's who she fancies. Oh, Kal-El. Trill-J, Reno Jack, yeah, but I would also use their Joker. I almost cried watching Dying Is Easy. You can't feel the story of Batman and Joker through their words. Villager Lowell. Ronnie George, I think Gal and Sasha share a scene in The Flash. Hashling me. I still believe Batflick are DCU Batman. Hope he's still around in the future. Trill-J, nah. Wonder Woman and Bruce, nah. Red Panda, do you think Batman and Wonder Woman should have a romantic relationship? No, I prefer Superman and Wonder Woman. They're the OG couple in the DC universe. Batman, there's only one man who's powerful enough to satisfy Wonder Woman. Android 118XX. It would be cool to see a Supergirl and Wonder Woman fight. Something must happen for that to work. Villager, do Wonder Woman and Superman get together in the comics? They do. What about Lois Lane? Well, they've kind of done a similar thing in the DCAU where I think Wonder Woman and Lois and Superman are kind of having this love triangle. But yes, they have been a thing in the comics. Trill-J, the same man who got pregnant by Batman. I'm not sneak dissing Lowell. Red Panda, Wonder Woman and Chris Pine. You mean Steve Trevor? Villager, what? Beautiful. Apparently a script for a Static Shock film is being made. I love the cartoon, A Young Lad. Yes, they're developing Static Shock. But let's see what happens with that. It's gone quiet on that. They were green lighting for fun, hoping that Discovery wouldn't stop their plans. Villager, Steve Trevor was more useless than a vibrator. No, he wasn't. Don't know what you're talking about. You're being silly now. I like Chris Pine, Steve Trevor. There you go. Trill-J, no, I don't like Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. I like her better with Supes or Batman. Hashling, me, Mike. Who do you think DCEU Catwoman? Who do you think should be the DCEU Catwoman? Oh, God, I don't know. Again, it's something I'd like an unknown actress to play rather than someone famous, because then she's just that person. She's not Catwoman. Patrick Silver, what other countries in Europe have Zack Snyder's Justice League on Netflix? Well, not Cyprus, because I'm here. I think Germany have, I think. It's a bit odd. Jude the Fourth, I like Chris Pine, but Gal's Wonder Woman is a bit bland. Is she supposed to have an Eastern European accent, lol? And plus, she's not buff enough, right? Don't agree at all, Jude the Fourth. She's perfect for the role. She looks great. She plays it well. I love her as Wonder Woman. And, you know, that's a bit of body shaming, isn't it? Patrick Silver, other than Germany. Ronnie Dodge, Steve Trevor will always be Diana's true love. He helped us to come to man's world. Trill-J, just bring back Michelle and let her and Keaton rekindle strain freak, aggressive, and gothic love, in my opinion. Android 118XX, when Gal Gadot said Kal-El in Zack Snyder's Justice League, she didn't actually meant it in a seductive way. She meant it in a very affectionate way. So there. She meant it in a way that, oh, it's Superman. Here's her acting wasn't good at that moment, and it isn't the first time. No, nothing wrong with her acting. She's not the greatest in the world. She's not, she's not one of the great actresses, iconic or anything, but she can deliver her lines. Nothing wrong with that. Ronnie George, Gary's perfect for Wonder Woman, and I love Diana as an accent. It's realistic. Exactly. What do you want her to have? An American accent? Yeah. These are hot takers. They don't even mean what they say half the time. They just say stuff. Villager, I agree. Trill J, Michelle and Michael's chemistry was something else. We need them back. Maybe we'll see them in the Flash movie. Trill J, no, you can tell she was feeling Superman in the Snyderverse. She literally considered him a warrior, exactly. Ronnie Dodd, I just saw Gal in Death in the Nile. She was really good and acted really well. I think she's a solid actress. Harris Selig, good evening. Hey, so I was thinking, since now Batgirl is coming up before Flash, they'll probably cut all the Keaton scenes. I don't think that's the case. It's too late now. They've promoted him in the movie. So he's definitely there. That's not being cut. Villager, Gal isn't good. Yes, she is, but she works as Wonder Woman. Trill J, let Carla Gugino be a Catwoman with Ben actually. Jude the Fourth. Nah, mate. I mean, what I say, she's definitely no Kate Winslet, but hey, everybody can't be Helen Mirren. It's okay. John, is Final Crisis confirmed, or is it just a rumor? Well, it's leaked out the test screenings. It's definitely happening. Villager, Black Adam and Wonder Woman. Nope. Villager, Black Adam and Catwoman. Nope. Android 118 XX Trill J, that's called a mutual respect. You can like people without having feelings for them, Oh, no. Superman and Wonder Woman have got feelings for each other in that Snyder movie, in the Snyder Cut. I could feel it. I want Gal and Henry together in the universe. I think it makes sense. Much better than Batman. Batman couldn't satisfy a goddess. Superman can. It's only because you lot want her to get with Batman. Villager, I'm sure there's a lot of nice fan fiction from that Snyder Cut. Trojan, let Scarlett Johansson be Catwoman. She'll bring people to the theatres. I don't know. Surely there's enough new actresses out there that we don't have to keep on recycling ones that keep on getting jobs. Let's give everyone a go, right? Jude the Fourth, I think she had more sexual tension with Cyborg. I don't. It's all about Superman and Wonder Woman. Trill J, Android, nah, bro, she was feeling Superman, for sure. Hassling, me, yes, in Justice League. Android 100 XX, I remember there was a lot of fan fiction for the Avengers cast, in the Kimmel show. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not interested in real-life actors and all that. I'm interested in the films and the characters. One thing we lack these days are true movie stars. This is why when they're in the superhero movies, the movies are successful. When they do these offshoot stuff, they're not successful because they're not film stars. They can't bring an audience to their content outside of what they do. in the superhero realm, which basically says they're not movie stars. Villager, we don't have stars anymore. That's true. And that is a great loss. People to actually look up to and idolize. Reno Jack, no disrespect or robot shaming, but I don't know if Cyborg has the parts to be with anybody. Villager, Brad Pitt was a star, yes. Bruce Willis. Harrison Ford. Oh, Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Van Damme. Trill J. Android, she literally said, let him have died a warrior's death with a great respect. And also, think how did she know his name was Kal-El? She did research on the dude. Yeah, she must have done, yeah. Villager, no one will ever beat Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold is a legend. No movie stars. In fact, the directors these days are bigger celebrities than the actors. It's all about the directors these days. That's actually who we talk about more. That wasn't the case when I was younger. Who even spoke about the director of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? We were just talking about Costner. Reno Jack, Arnold is a top human being to ever live, not just actor. Hashling me. Steven Seagal was a star. No, wasn't my cup of tea, but he was certainly a star. Arnold and Android 118 XX. What was your reaction when Gal was first casted as Wonder Woman? I never knew who she was. All I knew she was in Fast and the Furious. And because I'd never seen it before, I thought she just played one of those girls in bikinis that put that up. So I was like, oh, all right. But as soon as I saw her in the outfit, which all these hot takers were calling Xena Warrior Princess outfit, I was happy. She looked amazing. I was excited. In the BVS trailers, she looked even better. Jude the Fourth, Arnold was really good in True Lies, and about 1.5 of the Terminator films. Patrick Silver, Trilogy, yes, Zach teased that Carla G was a choice he was thinking of as Catwoman. Trilogy, in my opinion, I think Leonardo DiCaprio is on the same level, and Ben Arnold is big, but they caught up to him. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the great actors for sure. Very few are behind him or on par with him. Villager, hot take, Batman and Zatanna. Why not? Why not? Magic. See what I did there? And Zatanna and Superman can't get together because Superman, one of Superman's weaknesses is magic. As we found out in Smallville. Trill J, Patrick, yeah, she was fine as fuck in Sucker Punch, so let her bring that sexy to Catwoman and bam, masterpiece. Villager, where can I watch Smallville? Smallville, I think, if you're in America, is on Hulu. I think it is, but it's not available on Prime Video from what I can see in my country. It's not on Netflix. It's a bit hard to... I've got the box set. So... Hashling, me, regarding Zatanna, is there any confirmation about the movie? Only the stuff that the press were talking about months and months ago. Nothing else has been reported, so we don't know right now. It is supposed to be happening. We just don't know with this new takeover. Trill J, Marvel Phase 4 is almost over, right? I don't think so. Jude the Fourth, I agree with the names, but Daniel Day-Lewis eclipses them all, though. He's a proper actor who takes his craft seriously and didn't have to lower his worth to be in action comic book movies. True. Villager, no, but I'm still waiting. Android 118 XX. Do you think Lindsay Lohan would make a really good Batgirl if she didn't have personal life issues? No. She's as bad as having Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl. No. Just my opinion, of course. 17 votes on my poll. Are you excited for Final Crisis? 76% yes, no, 24%. Villager, Lindsay Lohan is good. Oh, I mean, right, we're talking about her as an actress. She's never really convinced me. Red Panda, 15% on Rotten Tomatoes for Morbius is the worst score I have ever seen to a movie that was going to see in the cinemas. Well, they've been going after Morbius. As I said on Twitter, going after Morbius is like kicking a dog that's about to be put down. It's pointless. Jude the Fourth, do you like chick flicks? Nope. The only chick flick I like is Enchanted with Amy Adams, which is not really a chick flick. But no, I don't like chick flicks. They're not made for me anyway, are they? Reno Jack, low Alicia Silverstone Batgirl supposed to be Alfred's niece from England and shows up with no Brit accent. Classic. Ridiculous. Villager. Mean Girls is the best movie of all time. For you, obviously. Hashling. Me, I'd love to see Zatanna movie. Who would you think of the best actor for the role? I think didn't they cast her? I can't remember who it is. Villager, Elsa Gonzalez should be Zatanna. Trill J, Chloe G. Moretz can be a badass Batgirl. Look at what she did in Kick-Ass. She could also play Spider-Gwen. Yeah, she doesn't really get chosen for anything significant anymore, though. So that kind of says what they think of her. Jude the Fourth, obviously Silverstone's Batgirl was from England, but liked speaking as an American. Jude the Fourth, that makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. She's from England. She'd have an English accent, wouldn't she? Like me, mate. Jude the Fourth, not always. So you're born and bred in the UK, but you're going to have an American accent. That doesn't make any sense, Jude the Fourth. Sorry. Villager Lowell. Android 118 XX. You have a beautiful view, Mick, outside your house compared to what I have in front of my house. In UK, it's depressing to look at the whole UK. If I were you, Mick, I would move to Cyprus permanently. I do live here. This is my home. Cyprus is my home. I went to the UK after I lost my father because my brothers and sisters didn't want me to be here on my own. But this is where I live. This is where I was living with my dad and my mum before she died. And this is where I'm. So I do actually live in Cyprus, but obviously my nieces and nephews, who are my favourite people in the whole world, I love going over there to see them. So that's why I was over there. Jude, I don't really want to carry on this conversation because it's nonsense. It's nonsense, isn't it? And you know it is. If you're born and bred in the UK, how can you have an American accent? You know that, don't you? Villager, Wonder Woman needs a love interest that isn't boring. Superman and Trevor are boring. Sorry. Well, you're boring for keep on calling Superman boring. It's such a basic thing to say, isn't it? Right, I've missed one of your comments up there. Sorry. Chris Gayton, since we're getting a standalone DCEU Batgirl movie, I say in the Reeves-verse, Barbara should be high school age, wheelchair bound, and Oracle. That would be awesome. Trill J, is it weird that I think Grace Randolph could pull off a good Vicky Vale of the woman from the John Campea show? Yes, it is weird, but that's your choice. Hashling me. What is the meaning of Alfie Desang? I don't understand. Red Panda, you think Sony should do any more movies with Spider-Man characters? I mean, they kind of failed Venom and now Morbius. I don't think they failed Venom. I think Venom's very entertaining. Reno Jack, I still love Schumacher Batman movies, though. So do I. Jude the Fourth, I agree. Superman is quite boring. He has no game unlike Batman. Yeah, as I say, a very basic thing to say. Trill J, Villager, let it go, bro. Even when Superman turns evil, she loves the dude. Android 180 XX. Are your niece and nieces into the superhero, Jania? If so, are they Marvel or DC? Well, my oldest niece, I won't say her name, but my oldest niece, I think, is more Marvel, but she's a right little nerd and she likes her films like her uncle. The other kids, I don't think they're that into the superheroes. Chris Gaten, Superman can be amazing. They just haven't succeeded with him on film since Superman 2, 1980. Listen, there's been some great Superman adaptations. There's been Christopher Reeve. There's been Smallville. A lot of people love Dean Cain's Superman. A lot of people love Henry Cavill and Brandon Routh's Superman. It's not always about box office. So, these different versions have got their fans. But yes, you need to get him right. I've been on this channel so many times doing videos and explaining how you make this character work. It's not actually rocket science, and people have got this hatred for Superman, and it really is from basic, simple people. Villager, Superman isn't an alpha. Look, I ain't going to discuss whether he's an alpha or not. I'm a big fan of Superman. I love him, and he's relevant to me. And I've explained on this channel before how you make him relevant to a jaded generation. John, leaks are not always true, so I would take the Final Crisis leak with a pinch of salt. Well, Zach teased it, Jim Lee teased it, and now everyone's going on about it. It's fact. Jude the Fourth, Lowell Villager, that's true. This is a character, he can be beaten by a green rock. He's not the Flash. Yeah, you're very basic. You're a very basic person, aren't you, Jude? Trill J, what is up with all this alpha BS? Look, bro, I support just being a good person. Yeah, well, I think a certain person in this chat may not be that good. Chris Gillen, Superman is a beacon of hope, idealism, and humanity. Yeah, well, according to Jude the Fourth, being a good person's boring. Says something about him, doesn't it? Villager, oh, nice. Well, no, soon Jude the Fourth will just be not visible in the chat. Reno Jack, why would we expect a nice guy from Smallville to have game compared to billionaire playboy from Gotham? Exactly. Chris Getton, that unfortunately isn't cool with modern blockbusters. Superman is awesome. End of story. I think Jude the Fourth needs to go on the Marvel channel. Trill J, Chris Gillen, agreed. Trill J, you all do know most of the times Supes is caught with kryptonite, it's usually when he's caught off guard. Villager, he can be done right. MOS was okay. The line where his dad says it's okay to let kids die set me off. He didn't say it was okay to... He said maybe. He said maybe. And you know why? Because he's trying to protect his own son. Most parents will be trying to protect their own son. Again, a basic mind may not understand that. Red Panda. Superman is considered boring nowadays because we got used to anti-heroes or characters that have dual morality, but we also got to have people that are just good and bring hope every time, like Superman. Well, actually, the 70s was full of anti-heroes. Everyone still loved Superman 78. Android 118 XX. That Superman scene in JSL, Zack Snyder's Justice League, when he went walking down the past his suits and the making his first flight in the black suit was one of the essence of Superman, and it's a shame it wasn't witnessed in cinema. Jude the Fourth, the Flash is my favourite character, mate. He's not exactly James Dean, but I respect your opinion. Hopefully he can get a film. And I hate Marvel films usually besides X-Men, usually. Chris Gayton, this is how you do a morally complex Superman movie. The character can be morally pure, but he would itself be portrayed as realistic, murky, grey, etc. And that could make Superman arc. Trilogy, no, his dad just loved his son. My mum does the same with me. I'm about to be 20 and she tries to see me as innocent more than my 21-year-old brother. Chris Gagnon, fascinating. Villager, I'm a Zatanna stan. I just hope she gets a good movie. Smash the like button if you haven't done so. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Reno Jack, Ezra Miller was a miscast Flash from the jump. Plays him as a timid teenager who gets a kick out of hot dogs and is a Batman fanboy. Just my opinion. Well, he did say in the Snyder Cut that Superman was his hero, though. Trill J, not going to lie to you all, though I just want to get back to the Justice League before all those other characters. Villager, how competent do you think Discovery will be in regards to DC? I expect, well, listen, they've invested a lot of money in this company, Villager, and they're going to want to sort a lot of things out. So I believe they will be very competent. It will take time. I think people will be removed and new people brought in. So it's huge. That's why I said this morning on the DCEU Daily, this test screening is kind of irrelevant for now. Chris Gatland, Batman proved WBDC can succeed with classy movies. So how awesome would it be to get a proper Alan Moore Swamp Thing film? Super deep, existential, artistically dating. It'd be amazing. Android 180 XX. In MOS, I wasn't a fan of making suit dark. One of the reasons I loved Reeves' Superman is because in a dark time, he would appear with his bright suit representing hope. This is a lot of people's complaints about how Snyder, Nolan, and Goya dealt with him. Now, just to clarify what Zaslav and Discovery are thinking, when he first announced the merger, David Zaslav said his priority is Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. So some of you haters are going to have to deal with that. So if he said Superman's going to be his priority, what do you think is going to come to people who haven't put Superman in a Flash kind of team-up movie? Think about that. So this is why I'm not worried about the leaks. It's irrelevant. Chris Ginnon, instead Cavill murders 10,000 people in Metropolis and doesn't bat an eye. He just makes out with Lois on the 9/11 battlefield. Lol, Snyder is the worst. Sorry, Chris, I don't remember him murdering anyone but General Zod. He didn't murder those people. That's pure propaganda, and you know it. That's not murder, is it? He was fighting someone, wasn't he? He didn't murder anyone. Pure propaganda. I think if you're gonna say this stuff, make sure it's facts. Otherwise, you just look stupid, don't you? Because you know that Superman didn't kill those people, right? Trill J, Android, remember Superman picked that suit to represent his planet. Superman is simply a good man, and I love the black suit. It looked good. Snyder, was it actually so accurate to the DC world? Chris Gunn, not caring about collateral damage. That's not murder, is it? How can he fight Zod and stop buildings from falling over at the same time? Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. John, Mick, could you explain what Final Crisis is? Do you know what, John? I'm not exactly sure, but let's check it out. Jude DeForth, why do they have to constantly be the priority? There's like 5 Superman films and around 8 Batman films. They had their time to shine. Give other characters a chance, for Christ's sake. Well, what they could do is have Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman along with the other characters. But clearly, they're the big 3. They're the ones that are going to bring in the bacon if they're done properly. And that answers your question, Duke DeForth. Chris Galen, lead him out the city. Chris Galen, show him caring about deaths. What's he going to do while he's fighting Zod? Oh, my God, all these people have died. Oh, my God, I'm trying to save an entire world. Nonsense, Christian, you know it. Ruben, hi there. Can you say no? Trill J, I also have to admit Snyder gave the biggest DC feel in his film's fans just want things their way. But no, it's the director's vision and your choice to follow. So let's find out what Final Crisis is. I've got an idea, but I'm not exactly sure. Right, Final Crisis explained. Right. Are you listening? Villager, well, directors should care what the fans want. So this is what Final Crisis is, John. Final Crisis, the day Evil won, is an all-out war and invasion of Earth by the forces of Darkseid, you see? So Zack can continue his arc here. The main series was written by Grant Morrison, exploring not just the new gods, but also the monitors and their machinations in the multiverse. So that's what it is, John. So Darkseid's involved, and the new gods are involved as well. This is perfect for Zack to wrap everything up while introducing the new Justice League. Exciting. June the 4th, considering that he snapped Zod's neck, I'm not surprised that he didn't show much concern to the citizens of Metropolis. He could have brought Zod to a desert and fought him. Yeah, if only he thought of that while all hell was breaking loose, yeah. Zatanna sucks. Android 180XX. I know, Mick, these people are dumb. If Alien comes to Earth with intention to destroy you, should expect the city to look clean. Superman has no time to think, so he has to fight the spot. Trill J. Who thinks Scarlett Johansson should be Catwoman? Not me. Villager. Dunno. Villager, no one. John, thanks, Mick, for looking that up for me. So basically, it is a Darkseid story. As I say, this means Zack could complete his arc. I think this is good by Warner Brothers. You know, this is an olive branch to Zack to finish what he did. Then we can move forward. And I think this is great because it's such a complicated situation. So I'm very excited about Final Crisis, and I think it's going to be awesome. Villager, Wonder Woman and Vigilante should hook up. Well, if it's Vigilante from Peacemaker, that would be a very interesting relationship. Children, how the fuck is he going to bring Zod to the desert? He can't force him there. Just stop, bro. You obviously don't know how the situation would be in the real world. Chris Gannon, what's everyone's top 5 DC films? The Batman, Mask of Phantasm, Superman 1978, The Dark Knight, Batman Returns. Oh, well, I have done that. I have done that before on this channel. I just can't think outside the box. And definitely the first Wonder Woman film is my favorite superhero movie of all time. The film's poetry is beautiful. I'd then probably say Superman 78, Man of Steel, the Snyder Cut, BVS, maybe, but then I'd want Batman Begins somewhere. So I'd have to think about it again. I did do a list, though. Villager, Shazam, and then everything else. Trilogy, well, I don't know, but I can tell you that Batman is definitely the best one. For you, Trilogy, yes. Yeah, the Batman isn't my favourite comic book movie of all time. And in terms of Batman, I'm still putting Batman Begins at the very top. Chris Gates in facts. Your facts. Villager, Joker is one of the best movies of all time. It is. It is. Joker's amazing. That's what I mean. I can't remember what my list would be. I'd have to write it down and think about it. June the 4th, The Flash will be my favourite DC film. The Batman is a close second. I think you need to see the film before you say it's the best. Because that could end in tears, couldn't it now? Trill J with Christina Hudson writing it. Yeah, okay. June the 4th, I'm going to love it anyway, mate. I'm a bit biased towards The Flash. Well, I hope it's the movie that you want it to be. Villager, The Flash will make me need therapy if Cavill isn't in it. People will have breakdowns. When you've got a new CEO coming in who said that Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman are going to be his priority, basically what you're hearing now is irrelevant. Harry Selick, I heard the Joker sequel is in trouble. It's not in trouble. I spoke about it today on the DCEU Extra, and I read an article. Todd Phillips is just taking a little longer in writing his script. It's not in trouble at all. Android 180 XX. So Darkseid is most likely to be the main villain in Final Crisis. Correct. This would make the job defeating Darkseid more difficult than the job Avengers had defeating Thanos. Exactly. This is a way of wrapping up Zack's vision and then, finishing off with the new kind of characters in the new kind of rebooted reality. If they get this right, this could be brilliant. Trill J, killing Supes as a baby, replacing Batman with a 70-year-old guy. Yeah, okay. The Legend CJ, what's going on, Mick? Just finished watching your earlier videos. What are we talking about now? We've been talking about Final Crisis. And basically, you can talk about anything you want, the Legend CJ. You can talk about DC, you can talk about Marvel, you can talk about any film, any television show you want. Villager, nothing wrong with Keaton, nothing wrong at all. I mean, he looks better than we do. Jude the 4th, Trill J, to be fair, most people respect Keaton as Batman than Cavill as Superman. Yes, should we not start slagging people off and putting one person against the other? Cavill's a great Superman and Keaton's a great Batman. I don't want to hear that shit. It's boring. You know how I feel about Superman. Stop doing it. If I want to hear people poo-pooing my favourite character, I'll go on fucking Twitter. This is Movies TV Mad. There's 8 of you in the chat. There's 8 likes. If you haven't liked the video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. The poll is going well. 21 votes. Are you excited for Final Crisis? 71% yes. No, 29%. Villager, Val Kilmer, Batman. Chris Bale, Batman. Trill J, Keaton was good, but you can't say if MOS made more money. More money than what? More money than what? You know the Batman 89 with inflation would beat Man of Steel. The Legend CJ, so do you think those Cavill contract rumors will happen in your opinion? I don't think there's a contract situation. I think there's a situation where either WB Pictures have got an issue with this guy, but I can't imagine WB Pictures not having any Superman whatsoever, because if they do that, I mean, look, it's Hollywood today, swapping women for men and things like that. But listen, Zaslav and Discovery are coming. They're not going to allow this to slide. Superman will be front and center by the time they're finished. Harris Selick, DCEU should just be a reboot. Reno Jack, I like the video from 2 different accounts. The rest of this lot have him in The Flash. Android 180 XX. Batman is my #1 favorite superhero character, but I acknowledge Superman as the greatest superhero character of all time. Quite right too. John, here's my top 5 favorite DC movies. Batman 89, Batman Begins, Superman 2, Man of Steel, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Good top 5. Trilogy, honestly, doesn't matter to me. My attention is in the Reeves verse. Harris Selick, Superman is criminally disrespected these days. Yeah, by a stunted generation who wouldn't know a good movie or a good character if it knocked on their heads and said hello. Superman's boring because he's a good, nice guy. That's bad, you see. I think that says something about them, not Superman. The Legend CJ, I hate the fact that all these people say Superman isn't relatable. Well, most things aren't relatable to these people. I mean, they've got their face in a phone all day, haven't they? When you live your life off of memes, and the internet, and you don't live in the real world, a good guy from Kansas isn't going to be your bag, really, is it? Trill J, you all have fun with so-called DCEU at this point. At least I know Reeves isn't doing dumb things. Harry Pothead, holy shit, Ezra Miller threatened to kill a couple in Hawaii. Yep, I know. Jude the Fourth, I wouldn't mind if Superman is in the Flash as long as he doesn't overshadow the Flash. That would be all right. No one's going to overshadow the Flash. It's his story. The Flash movie is about a boy who goes to loses his mum, goes to bring his mum back, and then loses his mum again. It's his story. Harry Silling, I think the relatability critique is fair for Snyder's Superman. Just my opinion, no. No, I don't agree at all. John, what is your least favourite Smallville episodes? Fortune. Fortune and Escape are the two worst Smallville episodes of all time. John, what is your least... No, I've read that. Android 180XX. I just want us to prioritise making MOS2 and Batfleck movie before all the crisis stuff. Villager, Superman in the DCEU is boring because he has no personality, not because he's good. Wonder Woman is good and she's amazing. I think he does have a personality. Harry Pothead, who are they going to recast that weirdo Ezra in the Flash? Trill J, Jude, I see what you're doing, but stop Superman been through too much already. Just ignore him. Just ignore him. Villager, Ezra will stay. The Legend CJ, I think Zack wanted to develop Superman and earn the right to become who he is, like in the comics. Yeah, you can't explain that to these people, I'm afraid. It takes too much brain power. You see, what happens is, because you expose your opinion about Superman and they say, well, actually, it's Cavill's Superman that's the problem. Because they can't win. They can't win the debate. So they have to try and find something. Jude the Fourth, I'm just putting respect on Superman's name. I loved the Reeves Superman. Yes, he was fantastic. Trill J, CJ, yeah, but it's like the Batman. These nerds just want what's on a comic page, which is boring. The Batman literally is a copy and paste of the source material. John, I hope the Smallville animated series is still happening. It's still in development, yes. So that's exciting. Android 118XX. Have you seen Justice League, A Crisis on Two Earths animation movie? It's a great movie. I have seen it and it is great. Harry Potter. Are those crooks in Warner Media going to stay quiet to this incident too? It's increasing pattern of violence from Miller's side. This is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. And Ray Fisher came out with A&E, but I bet he's supporting Ezra Miller. Trill J, Jude, I agree. Snyder should have his vision, but he did make decisions that flopped the DCEU. Harris Selleck, they fired Depp instantly, but Ezra still has a job. I know. There you go. Because Ezra Miller has Hollywood DNA. That's the difference. Johnny Depp doesn't have Hollywood DNA. The Legend CJ, if you were a higher up at WB, what would you do with Ezra? Well, listen, we would be having a serious conversation and asking what's going on and telling him straight that this cannot continue. The problem is he's got power. He could probably get a CEO at Warner Brothers to sack. Ray Fisher, the effing hypocrite. We've got to delete that, I'm afraid. Android 180. John, Smallville is getting an animated series. Wow, didn't know. I'm really excited about that. Yes, Tom Welling, Michael Rosenbaum, and the Smallville creators, Al and Miles, are developing it right now. I just don't know what they're doing it about, what they're basing it on. I think Smallville Series 11 would be a great point to jump onto. It'd be good if we could have a Smallville extended universe. John, what did you think of the Lucifer series? Season 1 was fantastic. Season 2 was okay. From the moment it went on to Netflix, it was shit because it was just about the Chloe Lucifer relationship that bored me. But it started off so well, and he was amazing as the character. I loved the character of Lucifer. He was done so well. But the series lost me in the end, I'm afraid. Android 118 XX. Yes, please. We want more Superman. Harry Selling. Ray Fisher is an idiot. Trill J, in my opinion, Ezra is playing both sides so they won't get rid of him. He also very feminine guy, so he pushes the woke ideas so they'll keep him. Well, listen, that's how he identifies as. That's absolutely fine. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me or anything like that. But this is about a man. The conversation here, Trill J, is about a man who's broken the law and has been charged for breaking the law. You know, whether he's feminine or not is nothing to do with anything. Look, obviously, it's a difficult situation. He's literally shot an entire movie. So how do you get rid of him? But I do think he won't be the Flash after either Flashpoint or Final Crisis. Because what they're doing with the multiverse and Final Crisis, it's easy to get rid of him eventually. The Legend CJ, actors now don't have class or respect anymore. Well, you know what? At least they pretended to be nice people back in the day. Jude the Fourth, he's a good bloke. He will bounce back from his praying for him. No comment. No comment, dude. If you think he's a good bloke, imagine who you think's a bad bloke. Chris Rock. Android 180XX. I read somewhere in Hawaii that Ezra burst into a couple's bedroom and threatened to bury them. The guy is mad. Safe. He knows the Snyderverse is getting restored. That should make him happy and sane. Listen. We don't know the other side of the situation, so it's difficult to judge. John, when do you think Final Crisis will be released? Final Crisis, they reckon this Casey Walsh insider said it could take from 3 to 5 years. So obviously, this is a story arc like the MCU Phase 1, Phase 2. This is going to be their story arc. Children, yeah, Mick. But what I'm saying is he's what they're trying to push in Hollywood. That's why Supergirl is replacing Superman. I'm not judging, just speaking what's truth. Well, we are in this situation, but as I say to all of you, this is where we are now. Not just in Hollywood, but in the world. And if I don't like a movie or a direction of a franchise, I leave it behind and watch my old movies I grew up with. I don't give them what they want, which is to talk about it on Twitter. That's what they want us to do, complain and look like idiots. No. If you make something or you go down the direction I don't like, I'm constructive about my criticism and I don't watch it anymore. That's why I was talking about the Lucifer show. The legend CJ, Robert Downey Jr. bounced back, but that's rare. It makes a man to change himself. Difference is that Robert was taking drugs, but I don't think he threatened to hurt anyone. Reno Jack cracks me up when people think they know celebrities personally. Yeah, I mean, listen. As I say, you shouldn't want to know celebrities because they're celebrities anyway. You should want to know them because you know them and you love them and they're people you want to be around. Harris Sally, favourite Scorsese film? Probably Goodfellas. Android 180XX. Zach knew something all along and earlier when he teased Final Crisis before anyone else. Exactly, which means he's okay with this. That's the whole point. Final Crisis means no JL and JL2, but it means he can do that story arc from both movies in Final Crisis. It's a cleaner way. It's a balancing act. Children, I just love films, especially DC films. There's so many films I've enjoyed and loved and TV dramas all throughout my life. The Legend CJ, yeah, you're right. Never idolize actors. I've met some and they're really rude people, real life. Here's the thing. This is the kind of way I look at it, right? You look up to their art, what they do. You can look up to the characters they play, and that's it. You don't have to obsess over them. You can respect their art, and that's it. Unfortunately, when you're so famous and people are telling you how amazing you are, it goes to your head. But some famous people are not that bad at all. They're very polite to their fans. Harry Selick, I want to see Snyder's vision. I just hope they scrap the whole Bruce and Lois thing. Jude the Fourth, if I was Ray Fisher, I would be apologizing on my knees. He messed up by not having credible proof about Whedon and WB. Android 118 XX, I wonder how long the Crisis movie going to be, especially the Final Crisis. Yeah, probably about 2.5 hours, just under 3 hours. We shall see. Right, I'm giving you guys to 1 hour, 20 minutes. So what have we got? About 8 minutes left. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Wow, we've got 2 people in the chat. That's mad. Check out the poll. Are you excited for Final Crisis? Yes, 68%. No, 32%. The Legend CJ, just replace Barry with Wally West to get rid of Ezra. Or just replace Grant Gustin with Ezra Miller. No, replace Ezra Miller with Grant Gustin. Android 118 XX, have you eaten yet, Mick? If so, what did you have this time? I had curry. Trill J, anyone thinks Batman eclipsed Darth Vader? I don't know how you could compare both characters. Wow, that's one amazing comparison. I can't answer your question, though, because how can I compare Batman with Darth Vader? Wow, one person in the chat. I don't know who it is. 3 people in the chat now. Triljo, I'm talking about in the hallway scene. Oh, right. Harry Selick, it's Milo. Hello. 2 people in the chat now. 4 people in the chat now. Android 108 XX, they're both great, but should make no comparison. Both really different. I don't think anyone's eclipsing Batman, and I don't think anyone's eclipsing Darth Vader. They're just both awesome. No one's eclipsing Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia. They can keep on trying. Oh, yeah. Right, 5 minutes to go, everyone. Android 108 XX. When you mentioned you have 8 minutes, almost everyone left like there was no tomorrow, lol. I know, yeah. Sometimes that happens if you say you're finishing off the video. Jude the Fool. I think Obi-Wan might have eclipsed them. I'm afraid. I always liked the prequel trilogy a lot. So did I. Trill J. Well, I don't think we've had that many people in tonight, actually. Android, 118 double X. There was 10 to 12, yeah. Sometimes we have a few more, but it wasn't really 10. It wasn't 12 for a long time, actually. I think the average has been about 8 this tonight. Trill J Mick, how did you think Matt Reeves should do the sequel? Well, I'm sure Matt Reeves knows exactly what he's doing, but I'd just like it to continue. I'd like to see what happens to Selena when she comes back, where she's been, who she's going to bring back with her. That'd be interesting as well. Maybe she'll come back with Poison Ivy. That would be exciting. But I'm sure there's big plans for the sequel. I would like to see No Man's Land implemented in the sequel as well. I think that would be great. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Android 118 double X. Do you know any magic tricks? No, I don't. It's nice and quiet. I like a great big riot. It's up to you. Ooh. 2 minutes to go. Get your comments in so I can read them out before I go. Yeah, last night was the best chat. That was amazing. Android 180 double X. In one of your streams, you should cosplay as one of the DC characters, lol. Harris Selick, any upcoming DC movies you expect to be bad? Well, we've got Black Adam. I don't expect that to be bad, actually. I think if any of them was bad, probably it would be that. But I'm expecting big things from that movie, especially with the JSA. Shazam sounds very good and solid. I expect the Flash. I expect Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom to be awesome, and the Flash movie to be a good movie as well. So no, I don't expect any upcoming DC movies to be bad. Ben Pottimer, what's the deal with Zod killing Supes as a baby in Flash movie and Supergirl takes place of him? Well, we've got to be careful of the context these things are being leaked. But it could be that he kills baby Kal-El in the Flashpoint Earth. But we will have to wait for more information and find out what's going on there. But as I keep on saying, with Discovery coming in and David Zaslav being a big supporter of Superman, none of this is going to stay the way it is when he gets hold of this company. This has been Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this perfection. And I'll see you again tomorrow with the DCEU Daily. With the DCEU Daily. Same time, same place, pre-recorded. It will be uploaded. And tomorrow evening, I'll be back with another live video. And who knows, if I've got loads to say, I'll do loads of pre-recorded videos tomorrow. We will have to wait and see. So, until we see each other again, goodbye. Au revoir. Alfie, the same. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the support. Great chatting with you all. And I'll see you tomorrow.